Hello and welcome. I've got some ideas for this week's stream. I'm gonna do some testing with these new gray tone pens. So I've got some light gray. I don't like this. Let's put it up here. Yeah, that's okay. I've got these light gray pens, and I wanna use them. I've got some fine ones too, and some big ones. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So I think that should be all of them. And I've also got, oh, I guess maybe not. Maybe there's more. There's more. So I'm gonna weed out from this stack of pens here the ones that I want to use. But I was thinking of starting with maybe black and feathering out until light gray from there. So I was thinking about it. I don't know if I want to. I could just start with dark gray, but it won't be that much of a difference. So let's start with black. But I want to find all my good gray pens here. So let's do a little test. This one's 0.5 millimeter. Oh no, I want that. I don't need two of them. That's the same. And that's a different one, and that's 0.5. Good. I've got a 0.1. Good. Of the light gray. Here's a 0.8 of the light. Light. 1. Okay. I think these are the ones that I want. Okay. Let's make sure. I haven't even tested the first. Ginkgo, you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. I haven't even tested the super light gray yet. Let's do a bigger. So this is 0.5 millimeter. And increase this window real quick. Hang on. Boop. Boop. There. Okay. Now I can see everything. Good. So I don't even know what this looks like. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, nice and light compared to the Ginkgo. My goodness, buddy. No. Oh, I grabbed 2.1s. Back to the pen cup. 0.5. That's what I want. No, I have that. Okay. What's the other one? Oh, I got a 0.8. Okay. There we go. Okay, I got all my pens. So, compared to the other gray, quite a bit lighter. Okay, that's fun. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to keep those separate so I don't get them mixed up. So what I'm thinking is I want to go from black to gray to light gray to blue. So I'm going to grab a 0.3. I don't need a 0.4. 0.3, 0.5, and 0.1 millimeter pen tips. And I think I want to test the blue. I don't know which color blue to go with. I got a bunch. I've got a light, I've got a dark, and I've got like a grayish. Could do purple. Purple's cool. No, I'm going with blue. 0.3. Ooh. And I was gifted a really, that's tiny. 0.05 millimeter. Itty bitty. I don't think I need to go that small. Okay. And then I need a 0.5 millimeter. This one. That's not the same color. This one. That's the same color. There we go. Okay. I've got so many cups of pens now. It's great. Okay, so I'm that might be too That's a little too aggressive. I want something a little bit more mute. I wonder if I do have... Oh, I do. Okay. 25. Oh, this is all 0.5. And I've got... no, I don't have... The medium blues aren't in smaller pen tips, so we're going with the light blue. I think it'll look good with black in there too. Okay, so my pens, I've got 12 of them, of all different sizes. Ba-boom. Hi from Uruguay, looking forward to this flowing experience. Well, hello from middle of America, from Iowa. That's far away. I'm glad that you're here. There's all my pens for right now. If I can get the angle right. It's so hard to get the glare off these. I've got 3 blue, 3 gray, 3 lighter gray, and 3 black. Close to the same size of pen tips as well. Okay, so I'm starting with I'm gonna start with black first, and then move to gray, and then light gray. I'll try to keep Ginkgo, my cat, in frame. There. He wants to tuck himself underneath the desk. So I'm thinking of doing a self-contained piece where it's just a shape on the paper. Oh, that's way zoomed in. Let me zoom out. There, and there, and there. That looks like it's in focus. Good. So I'm gonna do just a shape and keep that shape and add to it. I was thinking maybe like a little bit of a wavy type guy, and then I could build off of that. Yeah. Okay. So I only have 1 black and 1 blue, and a brush pen black. Too many options, and I am lost. Love your artwork. Thank you. I mean, you can do whatever. It's there's no right or wrong. I just happen to have tons and tons and tons of pens, so I think 3 pens is good enough. You can create all sorts of fun stuff with that. Okay, I think I'm gonna start down here. Yeah. Ginkgo, hi. Yeah. You comfy? You comfy? Good. Okay. Yeah. All right. First line. Okay. And then I'm gonna build off of that in both directions. And I think I want gray to be only on one side. Gray and blue over here. And then fill a little bit of black in down here. Yeah. Okay. Also, my cats ate the rest. Oh, I was like, I saw 8 and I was like, no, it couldn't be 8. But yes, my cats steal things from me as well. Amaru stole a 32, no, it was bigger than that. A big, Amaru is one of my cats. She took one of my thumb drives that I was going to use to transfer images back and forth and videos and stuff. So it's in the house somewhere. Maybe she's chewed it up and it's destroyed. Hey, hi Missy. Let's do this like this. One more. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, good posture. So I'm going to be pretty much just keeping my hand in a static position and then dragging my arm across the, or dragging my hand across the paper using my arm and shoulder. That way I'm not doing little tiny motions. I'm doing a big arm movement with this. So start here, and I always seem to manage to make the first few lines the most spread apart, like the pattern isn't close together, and that has always bothered me. I'd like to get them really close together. There. I don't like that. That doesn't float my boat. But I think I'm gonna go to a smaller pen tip. Make this a little bit better, I think. So this is a 0.3 millimeter. Ginkgo? Is that better? Okay, there. Oh, thanks, buddy. Yeah, what a good boy. That's better. Yeah, a lot better flow. Sometimes the bigger pen tip doesn't it doesn't jive with me right away. It doesn't do what I wanted or want. So that makes me feel better about how this one starts. So I'm going to keep with this. No, I'm gonna go back to the bigger pen tip. You leaving, buddy? Oh, what are you doing? Yeah, yeah. Do you want up? You want to be more comfy? How's that? That better? Okay. Yeah, good boy. Ginkgo's pretty good about guilting me into doing stuff. It's like, I'm so frail and old. Please help me. So much cat hair. There. Let's get. Oh, thanks, bud. There. Okay. From there, I'm gonna do a smaller pen tip and feather it down into 0.3. I think that's what I grabbed, 0.3 millimeter. I want to build up this, so I'm gonna rotate it to get that. This way, like this. Hi, Ginkgo. I think that's gonna be the best. Find that comfortable arm position, you know? Hi. What? I stop petting you? Poor old man. Yeah, I know. I wanted to make that line just a little bit bigger. Now, I think I'm going to build off of there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And I'm using a little bit of hand motion and then dragging with my arm. I'm getting a little bumpy, and that's the small hand motion. No matter what, that's a weird spot to try to curve around. Yeah, that way's weird. That way's weird. It's all weird. Try it this way anyway. Is the music selection okay? Should I turn it off? There. I'm gonna go to smaller pen tip. Fill that in on that side a little bit. There. Okay. That's better. I wasn't liking this. Too choppy. I want my lines to be crisp, and I think this pen is old. Let me test drive a different one. Cup O pen. Let's try that one. There. Music is chill. It's low. Do we want it to be a little bit louder? Where is my... There it is. Oh yeah, that's really low. Okay, here. Right about there. Ooh, that's too loud. How about right about there? Yeah, I like the music to be chill. I don't want it to take away from this. One pen down. All right, perfect. I'm glad the music is at a good level. This one feels goofy too. There's like these little, it's so hard to see. It's okay, I'm listening to my own here. Yours not interfere. Awesome. I'm glad. That's the cat's pen now. That's right. It's down there. So, oh, it's directly underneath me. But I come prepared. I got my grabby arm thingy. Maybe. This might be a lost cause. Oh, haha! Success. That's gonna live over there now. Okay. I think I'm gonna go back to the other 0.3. This one is also feeling goofy, but it's not as goofy, or it's more goofy than the other one. Ginkgo, you thinking? Okay. There. Still, this feels something. something isn't right with this one. I get one really nice solid black line, and then I go for another stroke, and it's thin and awkward. But I might just leave it alone. Yeah, it's definitely something. That feels weird. I might be getting old. Nope. Ooh, that one it is. There. Okay. And they sure hoard their pen toys. Yes, they do. Amaru, my cat, she sometimes has like a little hoard under my bed of her toys. Or she'll chase them under the couch. And then of course she can't get them, but yeah, it's like she puts them there. Saves it for later when she can negotiate me to get them. Okay, I'm gonna go to... No, I think I'm not gonna go to the 0.1 because I need to feather it to the gray tones next. So I'm gonna keep to the 0.3 and do a little different section. Nope. 0.3 millimeter pen tip. There. Yeah. You good? Okay. What pen do you prefer? I like the brand. I have a few that I like a lot. I would say, back on the floor, these are Molotow black liner pens. There. And I really, really like this company. Molotow is great. They make a lot of really good products. German-made stuff, really nice. I was just gifted from Sakura. They're another pen brand. Sakura Pigma Micron. A whole ton of pens, like 3 cups of pens, basically. And they make some really nice colored fine liner. That's it. Fine liner pens. So a lot of companies don't make like blue and purple and stuff, but these guys do. So this is a blue one, and I really, really like it. Nice felt tip pen. Yeah. Yeah. So I like those two companies a lot. I was for a while really into Copic, however you want to say their name, another Japanese brand company, and I really, really liked their stuff. I had the refillable ones. I have the refillable ones, but in 2022, I believe they discontinued all of their refillable ones. So I couldn't get the refills for it. I couldn't get the pen nibs for it anymore. So I haven't really been buying much of their products, but I still really like them. But Sakura makes a lot of really nice archival stuff, pens and markers and stuff. And they're less expensive than like Molotow and other brands. So I really like it. Very cost effective for what you're getting. And since it's a disposable pen, yeah, then you don't have to spend $40 on a pen set. That might be too much. Ooh, that might be too much information. I tweaked my neck the other day, so I'm trying to remember to keep good posture. I have a tendency to hunch. Get that old gremlin posture. I did do a pen review, and that's up on YouTube. That I might have to refine a little bit because I've since tried a few more, and I like Sakura more than I gave it credit for. There. Okay. Faber-Castell is the most available here. Some fine liners from Posca. Ooh, and oh, that's a dyslexic nightmare. I'm not gonna try. Have been spreading later. That's cool. I didn't know that Posca made fine liners. That's really good to know. It's welcomed info. Your lines are soothing. Beautiful work. I hope to be as good one day. I'm sure you will. It takes time. That's it. A little bit of practice. You'll make it. This is kind of giving a leafy vibe now. I could lean into that. 0.3. Yeah. That pen went under me again. Same spot. It's like I have too many pens stacked up in one location. They're so easy to fall over. Oh, you leaving? You gonna do it? You want it in the chair? Okay. I've got a cat chair right next to me so that he can... Hang on, bud. I gotcha. I gotcha. There you go. Good job. Oops, sorry. There. Oh, now there's no cat cam. So let's just do 2 cameras on the drawing. Yeah. That's good. I still don't want to get up. There. Get that out of the way for Ginkgo. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna reconfigure this just a little bit. There. Yeah, feels pretty good. Cool. Okay. Back at it. Your hand is so steady. The pen flows. The paper is so smooth too. I try to practice on what I get. Someday I'll make something like yours after 99 years of practice. Yeah, the paper is very smooth. Um, some people use vellum paper, which is a textured, more for colored pencil and pencil in general, and it gives this really like bumpy topography to it, and I like that. I like that look a lot. So um, I would say just use whatever is available to you. Any practice is better than no practice, and I'm sure it will look beautiful in the end. This is just a style that takes patience and practice. It helps me focus and yeah, be here rather than out there or in my head. So it's a really nice therapeutic way to understand myself better and understand how I do things better. Right there. That's what I'm going to focus on next. It's really bumpy through there. It might be hard to see. I think I'm going to start by smoothing that out with the 0.5 millimeter pen tip and then go back down to the 0.3. There. Yeah. Yeah. I enjoy the practice. I try to remember posture too. It's notable when my posture is wrong. Yeah, noticeable when my posture is wrong. Yeah, you start getting those weird, not weird, you get those aches and pains and start feeling tense and tight. Yeah. And this isn't about feeling tense and tight. This is trying to loosen up, both mentally and physically. Mhm. I think I'm going to bring this way around to get, and I need to do something about this. This is, I don't like that. I don't like that spot. I have ADHD in my late 30s. For me, it definitely quiets the noise for me enough to untangle some of my thoughts. Very therapeutic. Agreed. I am also ADHD, and it, yeah, it's been helping me for years and years. I've always drawn or done creative things, and it helps. Doing anything with my hands can, yeah, quiet the noise in my head. There. And I think I want to do just a little bit there. I want this to be kind of silky, a little smoother than some of my more recent pieces. I'm going to make this smooth to make the rest a little bit. No, maybe I'll keep it all smooth. That'd be kind of nice. Yeah, that'd be kind of really nice. This is at a weird angle. There. Still weird. This will be fine. It's fine. Ah, that's better. Okay. There. I drank just a little too much coffee too quick, so my hand is a little shakier than normal, and I can feel it. But all in all, I'm doing pretty good. I had one final swig of my coffee, and it was like the end of it was all coffee grounds, and that's just a little extra caffeine. I can halfway hear the music. Is that? It sounds like Mary had a little lamb. I'd like it to not be. I think that's copyright. And this is copyright free, it says. Oh well. There. Okay. Now I'm going to switch to some gray. I'm going to put these guys over there. Let's do the darker of the two grays. This one. Yeah, we're going to start with 0.5. 0.5 millimeter, and then we're going to go down to, is it 0.1? Ooh, yeah, there's no, no in between. No 0.3? That seems crazy. My big old cup of pens. No? Nope. Nope. Well, all right. Okay. Do you ever use black paper? I have once, but these pens won't show up on that. I need like a paint pen. I've done before where I get a piece of, it's like plywood, and then I paint it to be a solid color, and then I do some line work over top. That's a lot of fun. It's big pieces. I've been wanting to do more of those. It's just maybe a time issue. Maybe it's a. I'm still taking things slow. I quit my day job in October of last year to pursue this and be an independent jeweler, designer, and goldsmith. And I've been working less because the last 10 years I was pushed a little too hard. So now I'm trying to, take things easy, figure out my new life, not feel guilty or bad about taking time for myself. So I haven't done as many projects as I wanted to in this time frame, but I'm really happy with the with what I'm doing for myself. It feels great. I work with. To say I'm an employee of a local jewelry shop, it's kind of wrong because they do pay me, but it's like I do work for them, or I do work for myself. So it's really, I get that. Love it. Yeah. It's a really nice symbiotic relationship I have going with these guys. I like it a lot. Sometime I'm gonna do, because I haven't posted anything much about jewelry making, but I'm gonna record carving wax, or doing some fabrication, or maybe even just something simple like a ring sizing, fixing a bail or something like that. Because that's the part of jewelry making that people don't see a ton, is like, the little things like little repairs, chain repair, or sizing, and then some of the big stuff like fabricating a piece out of metal, or carving it out of wax to cast into metal. Yeah, I'd really like to do that. That is refreshing to hear. Yeah, it's really, my life right now is so so chill. It's so easy. There's stressors. Money's always a stressor, but like, I'm not struggling. I'm coping with modern day. It feels great. Am I off page? No. Good. Posture again. I thought I heard a cat. There's 4 of them. I think they're just enjoying the sun. I put a bunch of chairs in front of the window so that they can all sit in their spot in front of the sun. recharge their little batteries. Yeah, like that. That's still not. This is going to be the angle. Yeah, that's the angle. I really love how the gray, it softens it so much. A little bit different angle. Yeah, and I only want the gray to be on one side. I think I'm gonna fill pretty much all of it in, all the outside that's touching, and then, yeah, build it out from there. Yeah, yeah, we'll see where it takes me. I really want to do a new tutorial and get that posted. It might be my next couple week project, because I've done quite a few whole drawing process videos recently, and those are fine enough because I just sit and draw and record that, and it's really easy to edit and do a quick voiceover. But I'd like to do a tutorial, and I want to make it about getting more movement, how to how to manipulate the lines to make it curl and fold and wave. I think that's my number one asked question so far. Besides, like, tools, like, what pens do you use? What paper do you use? I have been meaning to talk about. Yes, yes, please. Okay, it's on the docket. I do want to talk about paper too, because paper is very important. But at some point, I would like to make my own paper out of recycled stuff, and then as it'll yellow because it won't be acid free, so it'll yellow and like change color as time goes on. But that can be kind of like the oh, what's the word? Not aesthetic, but like part of the design. Let it yellow as time goes on, and yeah, just change and adapt. But yeah, getting a video out about making folds, waves, and more movement will be, I think, a big one. A nice one. It's like watching the wind draw with smoke. Ooh, I like that. Like putting out a candle and watching a little vapor trail. Not vapor, little smoke trail. Yeah, I like that description. New piece of tape. I've got I've always got a little piece of paper over here. Is there anything else that we would like to see a tutorial on? Other suggestions, other thoughts? I've actually got a spreadsheet of suggestions for different things that people want me to talk about. There's like 30 different things on there. Wavy. There. I stopped paying attention to the hole, and I start just looking here. Get a little bit of that tunnel vision. Not what I want to do right now, but that's okay. There. That might be a little thicker than what I want, but that's okay. Let's do this spot. The old tape. Feels like it. Oh, that's the new stuff. Okay. There. I'm going to go for right about there. Yeah. Since I got all these, I was gifted all these new pens. I really wanted to try these gray ones out. They, they're super light. They're super light gray, and I've had these darker gray ones for a bit, and they're really fun because it tones down the piece so much. But I really want to see what these light gray ones will do. There. Okay. Speaking of which, I think it is time. I'm done with these. I'll keep them out just in case. There. Okay. Time for the new pens. These new guys. So, just for comparison, just from the ends, you can see how much darker this one that I just got done using is. So, this will be a lot of fun. I'm going to start with the 0.5. This one I have 0.1 millimeter. So start with the 0.5 millimeter, and then I'm going to feather it out to 1. Finally caught my first live. All right, glad to see you here. There. Yeah, I'm going to try to do this every week on Tuesdays. Ooh, that's really light. That's nice. I was thinking about doing an evening stream for the US. So like start at 7, 8 o'clock. Go for an hour or two. I thought it would be kind of a nice either way to fall asleep or relax. And it just sounds like fun. That is super light. That's fun. Thank you. I've watched a lot of your other videos, but this is my actual first live with you. Well, I'm glad that you're here, and thank you for watching my other videos. There. Don't forget to give likes so he makes more lives. Yeah. Going to work now. I'll watch the rest later. Thank you, teacher. You're welcome. Thank you for joining in. You were the first one in here. Already done. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sirens. I live really close to the hospital, so there's almost always sirens happening around here. There. I think I need to switch this window just for a second. Okay, good. I didn't know how far off the page I was. I can kind of frame my face this way. There. Cool. There. Yeah, draw out this way. There. So the thought behind this one is I'm testing out these gray pens, but I'm going to I started with black, and then I went to a lighter gray, and then the lightest gray on top. And then from there, I'm going to put a little bit of this bright blue in there to, yeah, give a pop of color and some highlights. I am really enjoying just the gray tones, but I really want to see what it looks like with this bright blue. And I can always draw another one. Chances are I won't finish this one this week. I'll finish it next week. But I'd like to maybe, well, I don't know. I really want to see this blue. So I might try to finish it in 1 week. Cat hair. Some of these weird angles take a little bit longer to navigate. There. Yeah. Yeah, that's looking good. I think I want to go back in this spot and fill that in a little bit. Yeah. But build out here just a little more. It's that line between too much and too little. You can always add more. It's hard to take away. Yeah. Let's do this spot. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I like these. It's kind of ripple along this edge right here. I like that ripple. I'm gonna build this one out, and then I'm gonna pull it up and around this way. So build out I want to get over this little dip. And I don't want to cover it up, but I want to build on top of it just a little bit. And then once I get that, then I'm going to start pulling it around the outside of this shape. That. Yeah. And that'll kind of create a little bit of a fold, or like a change in direction. There. Okay. Hey, what extent are you able to plan the shape out beforehand? That's another good question that I might need to write down. All right, no, my phone's being used as a camera. I can't take a shot of that. That's a tough one. A lot of these I just go. I don't have much planned out in my head. And I don't sketch out a ton beforehand. I normally just do it. But some of them I sketch out quite a bit, just with pencil, and then erase it when I'm all done or halfway through. But a lot of them I go into it with just a little bit of an idea and just play around with shape and stuff from there. I've done so many of these that, like, yeah, a lot of times it's just pick a couple colors that I like and put a little something down on the paper and just see where it goes. All right, thanks for the response. You're welcome. That's a very good question. That's another one that a lot of people have asked. And that's a tough one for me because I don't plan much, but I know some people need a lot more structure to their work to be able to accomplish what they want. And I'm not. I just do. Sometimes I find that if I plan it out too much, then I have expectations and the way that I want it to turn out or the way that it should turn out. And then that puts either more pressure on myself or like if it doesn't take that direction, if it doesn't look like what I want it to, then it starts to then it's not a pleasant experience because then it's something completely different and not what I wanted. Ginkgo just snored really hard. So it's a little bit, yeah. Sometimes it's nice to plan things out to see what is possible. And other times it's good just to freestyle. At least for me. Everybody's individual, so it's not going to work for everybody, and that's okay. I do want to try doing a self-portrait of myself. Because I've done a couple of portraits in the past. And I'm not super big on doing portraits or like animals or anything like that. I like creating bugs. I usually trace an image and modify a bug when I do want to make something more quote-unquote realistic. But for the most part, I don't. So I thought it'd be an interesting challenge to try to capture my face in this. There. Wiggle a little bit, get my neck and shoulders loosened up just a little bit. I tried this just once, and what I found to be the hardest to do is the very beginning of making these. That can be true. That can be very true. Even for me, like I'll get a little bit of analysis paralysis, and then you just get stuck like, oh, what do I want to do? What do I want to make? And everything that you sketch out or try just doesn't feel right or like what you want to do. Yeah. Sometimes what I like to do is just grab a big pen tip, like in comparison, I'll use this big guy against that one. So I'll grab the big pen tip and I'll just put a line or something, just one solid thing or a shape of some sort, just across the paper, and then I fill it in from there. That way you're not really like 100% in control of what it starts as, but that way you have something to build off of and make however you want. Yeah, I found that to be a fun little trick to help with that analysis paralysis. I'm gonna turn my mic off while I drink water so you don't have to listen to it. There. Or even I've seen, and this is something that I want to try and I haven't yet, you get like screws or nails or different shape things. Doesn't matter what it is, just things. And you dunk them in some sort of like India ink. That's one that you could grab. Just an ink of some sort, pour it on top, and then put it on your piece of paper, and then put something over it and shake it around, and whatever shape it makes, then you can add on to it from there. I've seen artists do that, or get a straw, put a little drop of ink on the paper and blow it around and make a basic shape and then build off of that. I've thought about trying that to see what happens. Just seems interesting. But that's a little too chaotic for my style. Maybe? I don't know. But then you can like control the chaos. It'd be fun. Oh, okay. Thank you for that. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of ways to trick yourself. I might try that with something just to start a shape. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely a good building point. Hello, old friend, Bo. Bo, how are you? I'm glad you could make it. Did you see my Facebook post? I'm gonna build. Oh, you can't see it too well. Let's do there. Busy. Glad you are still. Yeah. I'm glad that you're busy and having fun. Hopefully it's the good kind of busy and not the bad kind of busy. But yeah. So I'm going to build this section. I really like this hard dip. Maybe I won't. I think yeah, I'll leave that. I'll leave that a nice crater to do something with, and then build this out. I think I want to make it so that it like, yeah, has a big lump right there of something, and then I can put, yeah, blue on top of it. Arting it up. Good. Nice. That's a good type of busy. Just arting it up. Oh, I hear Mushi. He's my cat, and I think he's having an asthma attack. Well, he's done. Oh, no, he's not. I hear him wheezing. I think he's getting better. Yeah. Poor guy. There. Brings me a lot of joy seeing your art life grow. Thank you. That's really sweet of you. Yeah, me too. It's a lovely journey. I haven't regretted any of my life choices recently. Yeah, that's very sweet. Thank you. In the past, I haven't had the time to really like lean into art or jewelry that I want to make. It's been a lot of like doing stuff for clients and whatnot. So now that I have a little more freedom with my schedule and with creativity at Gilger Designs, that's the jewelry store I'm at now. I can make all sorts of cool, crazy stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Gilger Designs is a small studio on Main Street in Ames, and they focus on custom pieces. They're really, really cool. I like this. I like that. Going over this one spot a whole bunch increases the depth of shading, basically, in that having that little bit right there. It's like right in there and right in there. Having that contrast, that darker color right there, really, it's awesome. It's good. Good stuff. Okay, I'm going to go to a 0.1 millimeter pen tip. So perspective here. This is the 0.5. Oh, there we go. And now the 0.1. There we go. Kind of focused there. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Very glad to hear it. It's all too common for people to be forced to forfeit their passion for other things. It's very true. Very, very true. And very sad. Especially when it's like a slow like takeover of what you want. I was listening. I was lingering. Made the kids hot chocolate. Popped them some corn. I'm gonna practice while you perfect. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Get yourself comfortable. I thought it would be fun at some time. I have a Discord channel. I haven't been on the Discord channel much at all, but I have a Discord channel, and I thought it would be fun to do like a live stream night on there, where like a bunch of people get together and just they draw in their their respective homes, and I draw mine, and we all just kind of hang out and talk and chat or something. Okay, so what I think I want to do is I want to build this up and out just a little bit, and then make this maybe just a little more wavy and lumpy. That might be fun. Yeah, that would be so much fun. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. And it wouldn't matter if people are doing that's a fun idea, totally off topic, but did you play much of Baldur's Gate 3? I did not. No. I want to. I have it. I know as soon as I start playing, it's going to be a takeover. I'm just going to be playing for hours and hours and hours, which, you know, that's not a bad thing. It's really not a bad thing. Yeah. Yeah. I do really want to play it. I've heard nothing but good things. And fun things and silly things. It's like one big meme. That's a fun idea. Off topic. LOL. Yeah. Let me, I'm going to spin the cat cam around so that we can all enjoy Ginkgo's little face here. He's snoring pretty loudly. I know it's hard to, you probably can't hear it at all, but he's snoring. And just, look at that. Look at that boy. Man, I wish I could sleep that well. If life could be that easy, right? Goals. That's what I want. I'll sleep like a cat. Okay. Let's this feels off still. That's better. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, there. Let's do a little bit in here. Yeah. Yes. Okay. This still feels off, but I'm going to let that slide. This is a very small pen tip, and I like how this is going. The paper is starting to curl just a little bit over on this side, so I'm going to have to hold it. I really like making with using the finer pen tip. I like making the strokes really close together. It gives it's very soft. I have to get back to work now, but it was great chatting. I'm a chocolatier now, and I don't want to burn my toffee. I'll leave the stream open though. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for being in chat. And thanks for leaving the window open. That, yeah, boosts me in the algorithm. Yes, it was good to talk to you. I think I'm going to fill this in just a little bit. Yeah. I really like this. This feels so good. Yeah. Chocolatier. That's fun. Yeah. Yeah, I like these little curls in here. That little curl right there. Yeah, it's good stuff. I think I'm gonna do that right here. I can still hear Ginkgo. Oh, he's twitching now too? Oh my goodness. So sleepy. I found that the closer you can make your lines, the more of a fold or wave you can get. Just makes the pattern that much tighter, that much more. It's harder to see in it, and it kind of tricks your eye. Harder to differentiate one line from another. Yeah, I'm really liking that side. That looks great. Yeah. Yeah. That makes me happy. This. But I really like that too. I think I'll skip this section and go to right here. Yeah. I have to go, but it was great that I caught you live. I'll catch the rest of your video later and continue watching your other videos to learn. But thank you so much for sharing your lovely talent. Thank you for sticking around and having a good time with us. I do this every week on Tuesday about 1 p.m. Central. So if you can make it next time, awesome. Otherwise, yeah, just keep watching. Thank you for being here. Yeah, it means a lot, all of you guys here. It's really cool. Makes my dream of doing this 100%. I mean, I'm always going to do jewelry too, but like making this more of a like an actual job, quote unquote job, just like doing my passion. Yeah, means a lot. I will try. Oh, thank you. Bye. Bye. There. Let's do this. Another thing that I've found important while I'm drawing is to remember to take nice deep breaths. Deep breaths are the way that your body remembers that you can relax and be nice and calm. And that's exactly why I'm drawing. So yeah, whenever you hear me take a deep breath, it's me remembering that I can take a deep breath. Which sounds totally weird, but I have a tendency to hold my breath while I draw because I don't want to wiggle or anything. hold your breath, it makes you more stressed. And that's the reverse of what I want. Oh, Ginkgo, my goodness, buddy. He just let out the deepest sigh. I think he snored himself awake. There. Okay. Let's do here. Yeah. Man, that's looking nice. Yeah, that feels really good. Yep. I like this spot right here where it feels like it has a motion, like a jet stream getting this sucked back down in and out and around. And then over here, I think I can accentuate this spot and have that kind of similar feeling right there. And then I like this right here is, I like this transition going from these lines to these two patterns. These two shapes are separate from each other, but they're connected by just a few little strands to make it twist and curl. Yep. I like these light gray pens. These are fantastic. Okay, let's do, where was I? I was going to be right here. I was going to pull that up and around to give that just a little bit better shape and flow. So let's do like that. Okay. Sometimes it's fun to do these little finger guys up here that just curl off to one side. Really fun to do that. There. I think I still really like this pocket, so I'm gonna mostly leave that alone. But I might do a little something. Nope, I need more tape. There. Okay. I didn't used to be a big tape user, but I found that if I don't use it, I have to apply downward pressure all the time. And that doesn't sound like it would hurt your arm, but it hurts my arm and my neck because I have the beginnings of arthritis in my neck. What is it? Degenerative disc disease. There. So I'm just more mindful of what I do to my neck and body. Sometimes you gotta do weird angles to get these shapes just right. I hear talking. Why do I hear talking? Hang on. I need to make sure this isn't changing too much. Oh, yeah, okay. So, go back. There, okay. I think we're back to the copyright free stuff now. Yeah. There. Okay. I don't want to mess up this spot that I like oh so much right here, but I think I need to add just a little bit of the finer weight pen. Just to, there, just to get a little bit of it on there. Mm, yeah, I think I can see how this goes. Yeah, yeah, this will be fine. It'll kind of accentuate this little, pull this peak out and down just a little bit. I think that'll be enough. I don't like that I can't see the end of that pen stroke. Ah, there we go. That's better. I don't like doing blind pen strokes where like my hand is covering up the end of the pen stroke. I can deal with it, but I generally don't like to do that. I'm going to curl this back in and around. Like that. There. Just a little bit extra. There. Okay. And that feels pretty good. Okay. I think I'm going to do some of the blue pen. Yeah. Yes. I'm almost a little nervous because I really like the way that this looks just as is. I'll zoom out this guy there because I really like this. Looks awesome. Yeah. And I was either thinking of putting blue dots in these tight spaces and bringing them outwards, or I was thinking about putting blue on the very outside of this and building off. But I really like the way that looks, and I don't want to take away from it. Another thought is put blue on the inside and feather it the other way because I've got the same size of pen tips, 0.5, 0.3, and 0.1 millimeter. Oh wow, it's so flowy. Thank you. Quick wave to let you know you are being watched. Fred, check out the video later. We'll check out the video later. Thanks, Fred. Thanks for popping in real quick. Yeah, it's so flowy, and I don't want to ruin that. I don't want to take away from the flowy. I want it to be. I think I can make it just as flowy. Maybe instead of like, I'll do like a duotone, where I could like put the blue on this side, but not have it connect to the black, and like have it mimic the same shape and then do the same thing out in that way. I think that would look kind of cool. And then I would leave this up here just kind of like open space and just leave it that way. That'd be kind of fun. Yeah. I kind of like that idea. I was looking for, oh yeah, this one. No. This one. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the plan. I think I'm gonna go on this side and out. Mirror the shape. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna touch up a couple of little spots here. I'll leave it zoomed out like this for a moment. So right here, it's a little choppy. Ginkgo, did you wake yourself up? Oh, my goodness. Oh, if I could just be a cat for a day. Be one of my cats for a day. That would be cool. Because my cats are super cool. There. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it this way. I'm going to leave it zoomed out so we can see me doing the outline of the blue. And I want to get the angle that will allow me to do that in one pen stroke. I don't want to try when you have a when you try to connect these lines, a lot of times if you start, it might be kind of tough to see. Let's zoom in just, ooh, wrong way. There we go. When you start a line, and I did it right there, but when you start a line and have a hard stop, you have just a little pool of ink right at the very end. See that tiny little dot right there? And so when you try to pick up that line, it's going to remember that dot. And it's hard to get it to, yeah, to be one concise line again. So what I did here were, instead of stopping, you continue and then lift your hand off the paper. That makes it easier so that you can continue in and not have that hard transition line. Or you can, yeah, let's see if I can. So if you stop and lift up, then you can go back in and start halfway and kind of continue it without getting too much disruption. But it's tough to not have that little dot. So to avoid that for this, I want to be able to do this in one pen stroke. We're going to go like that and focus there. And so I want to start all the way down here, and I want to be able to see what I'm doing and go all the way around this shape. And I find sometimes it's helpful to map it out before, so that you can get a little bit of muscle memory. And I'm going to take a drink of water. Okay. I will fix one more thing. I don't like how this right here, there's like, it's almost squarish. So I'm just going to fill that in just a little bit like that. I like softer shapes. So that will do. Okay. Are we all nervous? We want this to go nice and smooth. There, give it a second to dry. I'm not nervous. Not at all. All right. Okay. Okay. Yep. here we go. We must start right here, all the way around. See if I can be able to see it the whole time. There. I wanted to get closer right here. It felt right. Just felt good. Okay, I'm gonna stick with the 0.5 millimeter pen tip, and I'm gonna fill in a bit of that. I think, let's zoom in just a scotch. Yeah, just a little bit. There, that's pretty good. Okay, and focus. Nice. Okay. Do I get my head in? Only if I lean way in. Okay, good. Okay. Like that. Okay. Here we go. Thought I heard a cat. Never alone. Okay. Yeah. I want this to be a nice... This is going to be an interesting transition right here. Yeah. I almost need to start with this and work my way out. Because if I start over on this side, I'm going to box myself in right here and not have much space to work with. So I think I will start right there. And that's, I find that the curves like this are always the hardest to work with. Because if I do it this way, then I have to push and pull the pen across the paper, and that can skip. And if I switch it around, I'm doing a U shape, and that's tough because I can't see exactly where my pen stroke is going to end. So it makes that difficult as well. So I think I'm just going to run with this since it's taped up like this already. Yeah. Yeah, that's not looking good. That does not feel right at all. Let's just put an extra line right there and right there. Thicken that one up. Okay. Ooh, this is a very fresh pen. I find when I use really fresh pens, some of these, when I switch from pushing to pulling, it clicks on the paper and it sprays a little bit of ink. So there's a few little dots around it, and I'm not happy with, but nobody's going to see it but me. And it's hard not to try to push hard with the pen. I just want it to glide across the surface, but going from pushing to pulling, you're going to have more force at the very end of that pen stroke, or not the end, the very top, like the top of the arc. Because that's just how it works. There. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. I do not like this. This looks no bueno. I don't like this spot at all. But that's okay. I think I can make it better for myself by filling in just a scotch, just a little bit here and there. There. That I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't like it. There. Yeah. It'll get better. It'll be fine. It's okay. It happens. I know. Thank you. It's good to remember. It's fine. I think I need to go to a smaller tip though. I think that'll allow me to get a smaller pattern. And it'll feel better. Yeah, especially where I'm going to do another one of those crescent shapes. So 0.3 it is. Hopefully it's the, yep, good. Same color. And there. Yeah. Yeah. That's already feeling a lot better. And bring that one out in our. Get one more. Yeah. Actually, I think I can make this feel better for me if I. Yeah. There. Nope, still don't like it, but that's okay. That won't be the focal point. That whole spot is going to be a weird smush. It'll be fine. It'll work. I'll make it work. I'm going to flip it around so I can draw this way. Yeah. Yeah. There. That feels a lot better. And now I'm going to draw the shape out this way. And I'm going to fill in through there. Sometimes I start a line and I realize I'm way too high, like that. Ooh, I'm way off. there. There we go. Okay. And I'm way too like off of the pattern. So I just stop and then I start a new one. That's the spot that I really want to be at. And then I'm started kind of for the next one. And you just kind of blend it in. Go over it a couple of times and it fills in the edges with a little bit more ink, and that can, yeah, solve those. Looks beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Patty. Um, yeah, can blend those little oopsies in. Hi, Bjorn. My little orange cat. He's not so little. My orange boy is in here. Hi. Yeah, do you want to sit in my lap? You do? Okay. Pause. He's 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 not skilled at jumping, and so he'll just end up sinking his claws into my leg. Come here, buddy. Come on. Oh, oh, oh. Why are we up? Why are we up? There you go. Attaboy. And he needs an armrest so he can rub his face all over the armrest. He's forceful with um his face rubbings. Sounds funny to say. Cats. They're dorks. But I could do cat cam again. Hi, bud. Yeah. There he is. How's my little orange guy? How's the orange boy? That's better. All right. Oh, hey, kitty. Yeah, Bjorn. He's he's silly. The the what's it called? Stereotype of orange cats being kind of brainless is very true in his situation. Yeah, he shares that brain cell every once in a while. It floats in front of his face and he sees it and then it's gone. Catches the intelligence for just a second, just like the common cold. But we love our orange cats. They're such silly dorks. That is a really bad pattern. Wow. How can you concentrate to draw with a cat on your lap? Haha, especially something that precise. Um, I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that. It's just, I guess I've been drawing like this for a decade and some change, so it's just second nature. Bjorn, what are you doing? Can you lie down? Can you lie down? Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, bud. There you go. Atta boy. Yeah, I'm just like half thinking on both. There you go. There you go, buddy. Yeah. 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 That was a big old purr, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Hi. Bjorn really likes his butt slapped. Yeah. Little cat break. Satisfy the orange boy. Yeah, my goodness, buddy. Yeah. Get all the glitter off my hand. Yeah, you. Get all the cat glitter off my hand. I forget where I heard that from, but it's not cat hair, it's glitter. And you take it everywhere with you to remember them by. He is way, way out there. Look at that. You're not making cat cam very interesting, bud, if it's just your butt. My old sock. Full of holes. It's not a sock, it's a slipper. It's full of holes. Yeah, Bjorn? What you thinking about, bud? Yeah? He likes to ruin Ginkgo's snuggles, so I think he's having a thought of how he can kick Ginkgo out of Ginkgo's so comfy chair. But luckily he's orange, and those thoughts are fleeting. Right, buddy? Yeah. So I'm pivoting with my hand. It's tough to see. as I'm drawing, not on this one though, as I'm drawing this long line, I start pivoting on the side of my hand, the pinky side of my hand. And as I pivot, I can get a nice curve. It's like watching those people that can draw a perfect circle on a chalkboard by using their shoulder as a pivot point. That's it. All right, I'm gonna go back to this because he's just a donkus. That's way far out of my lap. There, that's good focus. Okay, bud. Oh, thanks, Bjorn. There. Now I'm getting back on track. Yeah. Smoother. Right through here. This is a hard spot for me to look at. Just oof. What happened? I should have send cat kisses from Germany to Bjorn. Oh, I will. Bjorn, people like you. From Germany even. Thanks for joining all the way from Germany. That's pretty cool. There. Try to make this spot less ugly. I'll do just a couple more little tricks and then I'll leave it alone. Oh, my Lenny. I didn't read. How did I not read that? My Lenny sends cat kisses from Germany to Bjorn. Thank you, Lenny. It's very kind of you. There. That's better. Still not the greatest spot, but it feels better at least. Okay, and now I'm going to, as my red, white, black head of the household. Oh, that's cute. A lovely calico cat, sounds like. The tricolor. My grandma, when I was a kid, she had a farm. Not really a farm. She had some land out in Missouri, and she had a calico cat that we named Callie. And I remember Callie being just the sweetest, nicest cat on the face of the planet. So kind. And she had a litter of kittens, 3 kittens, a gray one, I think an orange one that we named Bear. No, a brown one. That's right. Brown long hair. And I think a black one. This is like 30 years ago that I'm trying to remember. Yeah. Cats are awesome. Yes, they are. I loves them. Let's go over here. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit on that side first, make sure that that's dry, and it is. That's so far away. There, much better. The blue definitely takes the focal point, but I'm not mad about that. Stretch. There. $3:01 at 4 o'clock. So about an hour. I am running to the jewelry store that I work at, and I'm going to do a couple of things because there's not quite enough people to run the shop. So I'm going to help out. So I got about an hour to do this. Otherwise I could cut it, and I kind of want to finish this today though. There's not a ton left. No, not that way. How about like this? Yeah, that's a good angle. Yeah, it'd be really nice to finish this today. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice. Flip it around. Go at this way. I think that's another good angle for me. Feels like it, mostly. Bjorn is... he likes to sit on the very edge of my lap. And he's so heavy. He's so heavy, and it makes my leg fall asleep. Oh, he heard me. Oh, I got my leg back. Yes. Whew. Man, he's heavy. Hurts my hip to sit like that for a while. A little donkus. Little brainless cat. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side that I did on the other side, where I have pattern, and then I'm going to feather it out with finer and finer lines, because I've got a 0.1 millimeter pen tip. So it's this one's 0.3 that I'm using right now, so it's quite a bit smaller. And that way I'll be able to feather and get that kind of flowy, really light feel to it. So I don't want to go super heavy with the pattern. I want to go just heavy enough that I can make it that much thicker, make it that much more rich. Because I think adding a bunch of little lines on top of all this will really make it stand out a lot. Yeah. I think it's time to switch to the finer pen tip. Just time to go ham with this. There. I think I'm just going to continue with where I left off with the thicker pen stroke. Yeah. Yeah. There. All right. Start up here, work my way all the way down. It's very windy here. I can hear the wind outside whistling and howling, and it makes some branches scrape against my house on pretty much right in front of me. Ooh, tape. Tape's giving out. Let's do right here. Am I going to hit the tripod? No. Oh, that's better. It was at an awkward angle because of cats. There. Okay, that's better. There. I need another piece of tape. That feels better. There. Keep glancing up. There's a hold on. I might be looking at this wrong. Ah, there we go. Oh, I can go all the way over there. Bjorn found something on the floor, and now he must try to eat it. Because he's a silly dumb boy. Yeah, this is looking better already. Much better. I really like this 0.1 millimeter pen tip. It's very fine and it's so smooth. Feels great. It's a fresh pen. First time it's ever been used. There. And now I'm going to build it that way. You know, as much as I want to finish this today, I think I'm going to have to stop there. My hand is starting to cramp up a little bit, and I don't really want that to go much farther, so I think right about there is as far as I'm going to take it today and finish it up next week. But I really like this. I like what's happening. Yeah. Have to leave for one last walk with the dogs, and then it's bedtime for me. Good night, everyone. Same to you. Sleep well in Germany. I draw very large, 2 foot by 3 foot. I use the micron point. Oh, wow. That's small. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it gives for a lot of dimension, and that's a lot of time put into that, Patty. Wow. Yeah, I'd like to do stuff like that. Bigger canvases. Yeah, I just need to think about space, how to do it, so on and so forth. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you everyone for being here. It's time for me to wrap this up for today, and yeah, just pick it up next week at about the same time, 1 o'clock Central, and yeah, finish it up. It'll be fun. But until then, everybody have fun out there, draw some cool stuff, enjoy your time, and we'll see you again next week. Bye.